What is up, people? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What 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 up? What's good, people? What's up? We are back. It's me, your boy L Teddy 27 official, and I am back again for another week. Ruthless, season 3, episode 8. We here for the panel. I can't do this by myself. Got to get my people. Wait, let me make sure I got my drink ready. We're drinking some pink Moscato today, so we'll toast it up. Mm, Squirt. Anyway, gotta bring my people on. Gotta bring my peeps on. Ladies first. Lady first. Tika, my love. How art thou?
Hello. What's good, everybody? It is your home team, your ruthless addict, okay? Tika Deshawn, representing all things ruthless, all right? Thank you so much again, Ted, for having me on. I'm ready to get this thing started.
Y'all know how we do. We gotta make this thing happen. Let me bring my boy up. Good old Jeff. What's good, sir?
What's up, everybody? What's up, Tika? What's up, L Teddy?
What's
Um,
up, Ted?
I can't wait to get started. Most people, you can catch me on Facebook. That's most of all of my videos are a Ruthless review and Tyler Perry's Ruthless on Facebook.
What's up?
That's
All
it.
right. Listen, we have a lot that happened this week. Let's get right down to all of the goings on that went on. Hey, Miss Sharon in the chat. Hey, Wigs and Wine. Hey, y'all. So let's get right down to the get down. We start off where we left off. Brian is down here to the torture trailer with the highest. Done got that second finger cut off. They done drug lit up in there, said, we gonna kill her, we gonna kill her. You need to tell us what's going on. They demanding that Brian tell them if Linda's FBI. Now he give us some inside background information. He tells us she did used to be a police officer, but she wanted to be a part. She couldn't be a part. She's not FBI. She's just a police officer. She couldn't be part of it. He also the highest then tells Brian, listen, you lying to me. I don't believe you. You know I have a gift. This, that, and the third. I'm Miss Cleo. I mean not Miss Cleo, Mr. Cleo, or whatever you want to be. I got the gift. I know if you lying. Cause you know I'm not lying. Are you sure he's lying? That's what Daikon was like. Are you sure that the highest is like all of that? The third. So the highest basically said, listen, I feel like you lied to me, so now I'm gonna make you kill her. Cause he was like, if she not FBI, well, then you just gonna have to kill her. We ain't gonna kill her. You gonna look her right in the eye and kill her. Andrew standing back, giving him the eye like, no, no, no. And I'm magically like, I know Daikon gotta see Andrew and these expressions and these head nods and all this shit that Andrew got going. I was like, there's no way he doesn't see Andrew. Cause I'm fixated on that. Then they just blew Brian out of the water and said, "Oh, so who's the guy she came with?" And he was like, "What guy? What are you talking about? Oh, the guy. What guy?" They tell him, "Listen, your wife was getting her back blown out and her box beat in and her womb plunged all night long by some dude she came with who she said is her boyfriend." They tell him it's Malcolm. Um, Daikon, try to choke him out and say, I can make you talk. And then the highest, I love the last little lie. He said, enjoy your last moment with Malcolm's girlfriend. Not with your wife. Enjoy your last few moments with Malcolm's girlfriend. And that was that whole thing. Let's talk about this thing. Because it was a lot. It was a lot going on in this scene. Tika, take it from there. Take it from
Yeah, we know the highest is the Shade King. No matter how we want to put it, he real shady, especially when he went in and made sure that Brian knew that his wife was here. Or actually, it wasn't his wife no more. It's Malcolm's girlfriend. He made
there.
sure that he made that clear. And with that being said, the highest reminded him love and anger can be a weakness.
And jealousy, yeah.
And it absolutely was showing on his face. Also, like you said, with him asking Andrew, and we knew he was looking at Andrew. And not only was Andrew giving him that look back, like, man, be quiet. he was also mouthing it like, "Don't you say shit." You know what I mean? That's what he was moving his lips like, "Don't you say nothing." You know, so.
Which is why, to me, when later on, when Daikon says, "Oh, I saw him looking at you," if I know somebody keep looking at you, I'm eventually gonna turn and look at you and be like,
Right,
"Bro,
right. Work the room. Work the room. Don't
right,
just
like
look at
what?"
one particular individual.
I mean, I think it's easy to say that in hindsight. I mean, if he could do it over again, I'm sure we would all would react differently when somebody points it out to you. But in the heat of the moment, you
No, no,
know,
no. I'm not talking about. I'm not talking about. Bro, I'm talking about Daikon. I'm saying if Daikon noticed, and I mean Brian kept looking at Andrew. Why
right?
did Daikon ever turn and look at Andrew? Because if
Well,
I'm
I mean,
seeing,
but obviously he saw it. He just didn't say anything. He
Yeah.
saw what was going on. He just didn't say anything. Now, the only thing I was wondering, does the highest see it? Does the highest notice? The highest, I think, has a blind eye for Andrew. So I don't think I know Daikon knows something's up with Andrew, but does the highest know anything is up with Andrew?
no,
He
but
You,
he knows Daikon doesn't trust him. But my point is, I feel like if Daikon sees Andrew saying no to Brian and mouthing no, don't say nothing, he's going to react to the fact he would have mentioned that. He would have said, "I saw you tell him don't say nothing," or "I saw you shaking your head no, no, no to him." And he just said no. I saw he kept looking directly at you when he
but
was asking for help.
I don't think that the Hyatt still trusts Andrew yet, because why would he, even though he says he trusts him, but why would he say you're going to be the one to kill him? When they first went into the punishment trailer, he told Andrew he was going to be the first one, you know, to kill, or he would be the one to kill Brian if he's an FBI agent. So
to
once
keep that
again, here comes the Hyatt giving Andrew another test. He could have said,
I feel like
Daikon,
he
you're
might
going to
have
do it,
been, maybe he was trying to satisfy Daikon, and Daikon's suspicion to prove to
but
Daikon, hey, bro is really good at
I don't think he
mouthing.
trusts him. I don't think he's playing the role until he can see more. Let the Heights tell it later on. He's gonna say, "Oh, I knew it,"
I knew
but
it the whole time. Right.
you know,
We'll see some of that later. We'll get to
right,
that later. Because
right,
I was like,
right.
bruh. Anyway, so then when they get outside, the highest leave, they leave Brian in there. Daikon and Andrew is outside, and that's where they have that back and forth where Daikon is like, "Hey, bruh, why every time he kept saying, asking for help, he looking directly at you? What the fuck y'all got going on?"
Right.
And he was like, "I told you." Now, to me, Andrew was real like, I felt like he was going hard at Daikon right there. Usually, Andrew is a little more submissive to Daikon, but in this case, Andrew kind of to me was giving it back to Daikon a little bit like, "Bruh, step the fuck off, leave me alone. I told you I'm good. You need to back off." Like, I don't know, maybe I looked too far into it, but I was kind of like he was giving it to
He definitely went hard. He definitely went hard this go round. But another thing, I think he was trying to make sure that Daikon wasn't inviting him back to his trailer again. He had that look too, like, don't start that
I
shit. Like,
don't think
don't start
he
that.
wasn't. I don't think he was thinking about that in that moment. I don't think he was thinking about Daikon's trailer. My opinion. He was trying to wiggle his way out of that situation. So
Yeah. I mean, absolutely that part, but he still
I
had that
mean, the
moment.
trailer is
Like,
always in the back of his head.
right, but
Um,
Andrew needs an ally right now. So Daikon's bedroom would have been an out.
well, Daikon
fully out.
also presses Andrew. Daikon also presses Andrew about, we still ain't got no enough evidence that your wife is really dead.
Exactly.
He did press him on that too, like, bro, because didn't he sit now? Y'all correct me and help me remember. Remember, he sent Oliver to go kill the wife, right?
Yes.
After Andrew allegedly was supposed to kill
No,
her.
well, actually, Clark sent Oliver to see if she was actually dead. He didn't tell Oliver to kill her. He said bring her back to the compound.
So what did Oliver tell? Did Oliver tell him
Oliver
that?
took it upon himself because he thought he was protecting Andrew, and he killed him. He killed her himself. He did that only to protect Andrew. Nobody told Oliver to go, and kill
Oliver, so what we're seeing is Oliver came back and told him, yes, she was dead. Oh yeah, I remember now. Oliver did come back and tell him, no, she was dead. I saw her. She dead. Okay. Back down to the pavilion, the highest is magically has no. He must have went and changed clothes on his way to the pavilion because he had blood on this white coat at first, and then when he got down here to the pavilion, he didn't have nothing. He was pearly white, unbroken white, and so he's sitting there, doing what the highest do, living the life of Riley, being served. The one thing I'm gonna say before I go into what happened to this detail, I just hate how dismissive everybody is when they be like, run along, run along. Like they talking to little kids. When they be talking to the people, run along, run along. Like, do it. It just seems so dismissive to me, but whatever.
Marva, Supreme Mother, is very good at telling people to run along. Marva is good at that, as well
but
as
even Ruth did it.
Yeah,
Ruth
as well as
did it too.
Yeah.
But other than them, I don't see everybody doing that. I know Elder Supreme, Ruth is being a real cunt. She's starting to do that. But I don't see everybody doing that, El Teddy.
I mean, nothing up. Just between the 3 or 4. I'm sure Daikon has done it a couple of times. And these are people who you got to report to more often than not. And last thing you finna be doing when I come to your town, run along. Like,
yeah, I don't like Ruth for that. I don't. When we get to her scene, when we start talking about her, I don't like Ruth for that.
So down to the pavilion, Manny comes up and tells the highest that the sheriff is coming. They saw him down the block and the sheriff coming up the road. So the highest tells Manny, listen, don't have him. He said, first have him meet me at my trailer. Then he was like, no, just have him. I'll meet him at the gate. I'll meet him at the gate. And so then he goes and talks to Manny. He says, well, you do need to be cleansed.
And I can't wait.
You ready? I can't wait. Ooh, I can't wait for Manny. Ooh, I can't wait for Manny to get cleansed. And so he was like, I'll do anything for the Rocco. I was like, we sure finna see.
In my mind, I think Manny's gonna take it well. For saying he seems a bit off to me, so I don't think he's gonna put up a big fight for it. Because I just
want to get to that point. Are we going to get to the point where he does end up getting cleansed? Because is River going to intercept that by, snitching on him for raping Zayn? We'll get to that in a little bit, too. So after that, he goes away. Joan comes, and Joan talks to the highest about the whole bank situation. The highest said, everything ready to go? She said, yes, everything is ready to go. She tells him she has it taken care of. She said that they're going to go to 2 branches a day. She says that the branches said they want to see him in person because of the amount of money that's being taken out. And she tells him, listen, I suggest maybe you put on a business suit, whatever, so everything looks, copacetic or whatever. And can you bring Ruth along as well? I think she had that as part of the plan for Ruth to go. There was going to be, I think she was going to try to work that into the plan, but the highest one here for it. The highest said, no, I don't need her to come. We good over here. I'm gonna go by myself. We are good over here.
I mean, but I don't think that would have benefited either way. I think Joan being strategic, having the highest look like he has a power couple, a wife or whatever going to the bank. It'd just make him look more mainstream.
Yep.
I think that was Joan's thought process.
But I think that having Ruth go. Let me know if you're ready in the background. Put a thumbs up. When you're ready, put a thumbs up. In the back, Jeanette.
Throw your thumbs up. Throw your thumbs up.
Hey.
Thumbs down.
Oh no. Jeanette,
I feel like we're wrong.
Everybody in the audience, throw your thumbs up just because y'all
ready. Jeanette.
All right. Are you ready?
That's what crowd participation to do for you. Bring her in.
Jeanette, you got a new camera?
No, I I just cleaned the camera. That's all.
But you looking right.
Yeah, everybody kept saying my camera was smeary.
You look like you're in iPhone, Apple or Apple mode.
Oh,
I need to wipe my phone off. It's kind of
I could be in the spot where I got better reception too.
Yeah, you are. Yeah.
All right, I got these
Chris.
for sale. Come on, get them. Sorry.
Okay.
All right. But I just feel like some kind of way they could have worked that into, because I feel like if Ruth went, maybe they could have, like, when they got back to the compound, I feel like the highest would have just said, I'm going to my trailer, and had Ruth maybe take the monies over to Joan or wherever they was going to stash all that money, and that could have been a way to kind of work whatever plan they had or whatever. I don't know. I might be thinking way too far into this.
Because ultimately, Joan is over the money, so it would have went straight to Joan anyway. You know what I mean? Having it go through Ruth's hands, it would have been a bit too messy. So I think Joan had a plan for Ruth to just be eye candy. I don't think she was going to play a part in touching the money at all.
Yeah, I think it was more of the look of it, the appearance that, oh, he's a businessman with a wife, and you know.
But to me, that's making me off, because with businessman, the suit makes sense. But businessmen, when they go to the bank, they're not taking their wives with them, not for their business account. Now, if it's their personal checking or whatever, I'm with you 1,000%. Yeah, go ahead and take up. But this is a business account, so I didn't see where having the wife come makes it looks, any more. But
yeah. Well, either way, they're gonna have to go to 10 or 11 banks just to get close to $3 million. So that's a lot of
small ass town. And let's be clear, they live in a little small ass town.
Right.
How many banks do you think they have in that little ass town?
So usually banks, smaller branches anyway, they have to order that money. So I'm pretty sure Joan is going to put in that call that, hey, we're coming on this date, and they're going to order that money.
But here's the thing. She says we're going to 2 branches a day. What I'm saying to you is there's a limited amount of branches in that town. If you keep going to that branch, even once a week, pulling out that amount of money, much less if you're going to have to go every kind of days.
Yeah, but I work with you. What you working with, hon?
Well, they're probably going to hit up. Let's see, you talk about Virginia area. So they're probably going to have to hit up not just in Virginia, because right across the street from Virginia is Maryland, and then you got
depending on
probably go as far as DC where the FBI are, and probably take some
money. And for a bank, once you trigger and reach a certain amount, they ding your account and they send a red flag, and they say, wait a minute, something is up. You see what I'm saying? And also when you start to get into banking and stuff like that, if they know this one entity has multiple accounts with multiple banks and they're pulling out this money, now Joan should know this. I'm sure she does. That's why she said I can't pull it all at once. I got to pull it out in increments. But even still, in a 30-day window, if you pull out a certain amount, banks look for stuff like that. If you pull out a certain amount out of your account in a 30-day window, it automatically dings and say, wait a minute, something is wrong here.
Well, and before they even got the cash, the bank was already calling Sheriff Conley. So
and that's why I'm saying they already on go ready for something to be wrong, because the sheriff they've already let authorities know, hey, bruh, this is going on. Because even if it's not the customer itself, they have to worry about that person might be robbed, or the fact that they have that much money on hand and somebody may find out and they can come rob the bank. And because I've seen, like, somebody who watches stupid true crime stories where you got this company, you say, oh, I'm requesting this amount of money out. Magically, the bank magically gets robbed on that day, and you come to the bank to take the money out, and the bank already got robbed. And now they know that the bank is insured. They know if the bank gets robbed, you're going to get your money back, because FDIC insures the bank for the money that you have. So now you don't got double the money. You don't got the money because your friend was in cahoots with you to rob the bank, and they had to put the money back in your account.
Yeah, looks like that's gonna be a probably another
Yeah.
obstacle. They already have enough going on, so that's probably gonna be just another future
Mhm.
obstacle as to River and Joan try and Ruth trying to get their money, because that's
I
pretty much
mean,
what they're stealing the money or taking the money for them three bump the highest. You know what I mean?
yeah, and it was just stupid for the highest to think in some kind of way you finna get millions of dollars out of the bank, just like that. Like it just doesn't work like that.
But
It really does
the
not.
highest doesn't think. Everybody else around him thinks for
Yeah,
him. So the
he's not.
highest is just
Yeah,
clueless.
he's not business savvy at all. So I wouldn't expect much
But
of
the
him.
problem with that is I'm okay with that. But if I'm telling you we shouldn't do this and you still pressing me, oh, you better make it happen, you better make it happen. And I keep telling you, bruh, we can't do this. And you better find a way to make it happen. Bruh, what do you want from me? Like literally, what do you want from me? And that's kind of where I would be at with it. Like, bruh, what you want from me? We can't do this shit. Anyway, Ruth and Joan catch up with each other. Joan tells Ruth about the whole we going to the bank and two banks a day and we're gonna take out just under $100,000 because they know you once you go over $100,000 it's gonna be a problem. So it's gonna be just under. And that's another thing that would trigger a bank anyway. If you're going just under, they immediately gonna know, oh, you know how much the threshold is. That's why you're going just under it. Nah, bro, we see you for you know what I'm saying? Like those little kind of triggers the bank. Anyway, she also tells Ruth that she has a plan for the pregnancy test. She said, well, since elder mother Agnes went to be with the Raku on the show and in real life, she she is not here no more. And so now elder mother doesn't go to elder mother Agnes. Elder mother Supreme has to come to me for
Hmm.
the money or whatever. And that's when she said that, that reminded me. Remember we were talking about elder mother Karen. It seems like there's an elder mother over all of like the major
Function
area,
for the place.
Finances,
functions,
food.
along with over finances. Elder Mother Supreme seemed like she was over the food and over the women or whatever. And then
Yeah,
you had Elder Mother Karen who was over the kids or whatever. So it seems like they all had, they had elder mothers that were over, different areas.
right.
I thought about that. And she says, well, I'm gonna tell elder mother we can't afford it. Um, um, says she has to come to her and she's gonna Ruth said, listen, that ain't gonna work. You don't know this whore. Shit is not gonna work. That is not gonna work. Um, so Ruth was
And it
very
did.
This is where Ruth got dismissive when she told Joan, all right, just run along, bitch. Go
Yeah.
on, run along. And Ruth, well, I've never been Team Ruth from the very beginning. From episode, I was never Team Ruth. So y'all know where I am. I'm Team Daikon. And y'all already know that. But I just Ruth came off to me, and she's been doing it more and more this season as the Ruth that we probably didn't see when she was outside of the camp before she came into the camp when she was a madam or whatever she was doing. You know, I don't know. I just don't like this side of Ruth at all. I don't like this side of Ruth at all.
I
Yeah.
think Ruth is just under a lot of pressure.
Yeah.
I mean, I see because she's a caring individual. Like she even felt bad for Marva, Elder Mother Supreme, when she got hit. She felt sorry for her, and this lady been dogging her since day one. But there's a very caring side to Ruth. My point is, but I think she's just under a whole lot of pressure. She doesn't know where Tally is. She doesn't know if Tally is alive or dead. She hasn't seen the kids at all. She's been trying to get to the kids, which is her other concern. So you get under pressure, you get attitude. That's the way and the Ruthless. They don't call her ruthless for nothing. It's slowly but surely coming out.
Yeah, I agree. I
got
agree.
dealt with.
Huh? Say again?
That ruthlessness got dealt with this episode.
Oh, don't do my girl. Don't do
But
my
wait a
girl.
minute. She handled that. You come on when she took River's advice, which you should never do
Yes. Why
anymore.
would you listen to
That was
River?
River. Don't
Right.
listen to him. His advice sucks.
To me, that was the dumbest thing in the world. Like, why would you? I think everybody collectively that watched the show, like, anyway, go on.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Jeff.
No, I agree with you, Tika. Ruth is under a lot of pressure, being pulled in every direction because she's putting out fires with Zayn, putting out fires with River. She is checking on their well-being to an extent, but she does get nasty sometimes. That's my in private. I can understand in front of everybody you got to act a certain way, but even in private, she can't stand Joan for some reason. She doesn't like Joan at all. But
and she needs Joan. She needs Joan.
she does, but she has those fences up, and I can't blame her. You really don't know who to trust. By now, she should trust Joan, but at the same time, I can't blame her because I'm not there. I don't know her thought process. It's gotten her this far. Yeah,
She needs Joan.
she does.
Joan.
I agree. I love Joan.
You can easily need somebody, but not kiss stay behind because you need them. And if Ruth was to change her actions, she would kind of be being fake. So
But
Ruth
the
is
thing
just
about
like,
it is,
I get you, and you say
the
it how
thing
you want.
about it is, I'm not gonna say it would be being fake because you could chalk it off to in the beginning when I first met you, I was defensive. I don't know you like that. You don't know me like that. And it took me some time until I got to know you. All us here from Miami. So we all got that ruthless mentality. When you first meet somebody, I don't know you, don't talk to me. I ain't gonna talk to you, keep it moving. We didn't grow up in one of those cities where you just speak to people and stuff like that. We're always defensive. It took us some time before we decide to open up. But it done been some time now. And Joan, let's be clear. I don't really, in my estimation, Joan does not need Ruth.
Yeah.
Ruth needs Joan. I don't know that Joan needs Ruth.
Joan can see things. I mean, like I say, can Joan get it done? But Ruth can see. Ruth can massage the highest. She can manipulate him. She can make her thoughts his.
But Joan that's better for River. That doesn't apply to Joan. Joan ain't out here making the highest mad. The highest don't got no smoke for Joan.
It doesn't matter. He needs to be happy. He needs to be happy because everybody feels it if he's pissed off in one way or another.
Even though Joan was about to kill herself.
Yeah. So
she had that role. Mama had that role. She said, I'm not taking no poison. I ain't taking nobody's poison. Baby, we going out.
I believe they need each other, regardless of how they need each other. They really do need each other. Ruth needs to be able to play her role, and Joan absolutely needs to be able to play her role. Now they could do without River if they wanted to, but the two of them, the money and the woman, they need each other.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of River, Joan asked Ruth if she see River. Ruth said, I ain't seen him. And next thing you know, she running the River. River screaming about the sheriff at the gate, talking to the highest. You need to go on over there and bring them some water or something so you can eavesdrop and hear what's going on. We need to know what's going on. No, bitch. Hey, Gigi Johnson. No, River, no. And River, you talked her up and talked all about how she's able to do things and manipulate the highest to get information out of him. So why couldn't she do that without having to go and interrupt what they had going on? Ruth was absolutely right. Like, why the fuck am I going over? No, it's a bad idea. I'm not going over there. She should have stuck to her guns and not win.
River is that con man.
Because at that point, when
he conned her into taking her behind.
But the thing about it is, when she left River, she led River to believe she wasn't going.
Yeah,
Because
that's what I thought. I thought that she was just gonna go back
she
to
was
her
just
trailer.
gonna go and finish her chores or whatever she was doing. And next thing you know, we get to the next scene. The highest and the sheriff are talking, and everything come out. Everything come out. The sheriff know everything. The sheriff know about the old people killed. The sheriff is and this gonna come back on Daikon. Remember the sheriff said to the highest, "What about the little girl that was in my office?" And the highest was like, "What? What little girl? The little girl y'all sent to my office."
He
He knew
like he
about
lied and said he
Melinda.
knew.
He knew
Yeah.
about Melinda.
No, he knew about Melinda, but he didn't know about Melinda going to the sheriff's office. He knew Elder
Oh,
Mother had
okay.
sent
About
Melinda,
him being on
but
video
right, right.
with
He didn't know
Melinda.
about all that. He was like, "Your
Yeah.
people ain't never telling you everything." And so the highest ended up having to tell him that Pope was dead because the sheriff didn't know Pope was dead. So at first, the highest was like, "I need $1 million for all of these people because you don't give me enough pussy for the rest of my life. I ain't looking for no more business." The sheriff said he got enough cooch to last him for the rest of his life, and he says he need that good money. Run him $1 million. The highest says, okay. When they tell him the sheriff that Poke is dead, the sheriff say, "What? Bitch, what? Give me 2 million now. You gonna have to run me these good coins now."
Yeah,
And he
because not that's family. That's his family. Regardless if he liked them or not, that's his family. And even though the sheriff didn't admit that that's his family to the highest, at the end of the day, that's his family. So now sheriff is gonna have to go and explain to his mama, sister, auntie, whoever the relationship is, Poke ain't coming home no more. You know what I mean?
Mhm,
So that price tag definitely went up.
Yeah, the sheriff
mhm,
is really working. He's got to spend that old couple that died. I mean, I don't know
mhm.
how many people they knew, but I'm sure
And
they
this
had
a
like
lot
grand.
of and for a small town like this, if you got this many people dying, you know a small town like they don't have deaths and stuff like this. So one death is a big deal
Yeah.
in a
Hmm.
small town like that. You're talking about multiple deaths. Both of those old people and Pope dead. You know what I'm saying? That's 3 deaths. That's a lot of people that everybody in that town probably know. That's a lot. That is a whole lot. I ain't mad at him for saying, "Nah, you got to run me these good coins. You got to run me these good coins." So in the middle of all of that, Ruth brings her ass over there, and the look that the highest gave Ruth when she rolled her ass over there, and she said, "Oh, do you want some lemonade?" The sheriff said, started to say, like, "Hell no! Last time I drank some of this shit, the last
Hell
time I
no.
came, I don't know what the fuck was going on. No, you keep that shit." Gets in his car. Have my money, have my card, because the bank already called me and told me that y'all have been requesting money. So I know you about to get a lot of money. Don't fuck off. Run me my coins and we'll keep it copacetic. The sheriff pulled off and it was all like don't recall when the highest reached back and slapped the dog piss out of Ruth and slapped her to the ground. I was like, oh, oh, oh. I was like, oh. And then drug her and stuff by her head. And I was like, drug her all the way inside. That was a mess.
Um, Initially, I was like, "Damn, Ruth got slapped." But when I thought about it, Ruth from the streets, I'm pretty sure she's been back slapped so many times, drug. So
I
it
don't care how
wasn't.
many times you get back, like the shit still hurts when it happens.
Okay,
You don't become
okay.
numb to getting
I'm
slapped.
I'm saying what I'm saying is this wasn't her first backhand and not
Oh
her
yeah,
last.
no, 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 definitely not. Definitely
But
not.
she
Definitely.
being in the career field that she was in, like you say, Jeff, I'm sure she has
Yeah.
endured some hands, plenty of hands, and I just say she's an abused woman, but you gotta think about it. She knew how to snap back out of all of that.
Yes.
He has drugged her from the front gate to all the way to the back to
He
wherever
had to
the
drug
trailer
her
is.
all the way to
She
that
was able to
trailer.
snap back. So
And she spun it. And she spun it.
She did because and now there was a level of embarrassment. Now she hasn't
of course,
experienced that. She hasn't experienced the embarrassment yet because in this episode she's still in the trailer with the highest. But everybody in the camp saw that. Everybody was talking about that. So when she stepped foot out of that trailer, Ruth gonna play her part. She gonna play like it don't bother her. But yet and still, I don't care who you are, you gonna play your part in front of the people. But when you get behind, you gonna be like, damn, that shit was fucked up. Everybody did watch me get my ass beat and drugged. You know what I'm saying?
Then again, Nora Ruth, she could have went in the intentions, or not with the intentions, but she could have went knowing in her mind if there's a possibility that this is going to upset him. He may do something to, he may hit me or whatever case may be. So she maybe could have been just ready for it. Yeah, it hurt.
Yeah,
it absolutely hurt, especially when she ran into that pole by the gate. She absolutely was hurt, but I think she had it in her mindset that this is not gonna go well no matter how I do it.
I don't know why she listened to River. That was the dumbest thing. Why are you listening to River? First of all, River ain't about that life. Let's be clear. And I don't know. See, if it was me, I would have looked at River. My anger would have been turned to River when he came at me with that bullshit.
Well, she was upset.
Yeah.
She was.
She was still hot with River off of the fuck them kids comment. So she really wasn't feeling River at all, but she was still, when Joan was like, oh, I haven't seen River, I haven't seen him either, but she was still like in her mind thinking, to me, she was in her mind thinking, dang, I hope they ain't doing nothing to River right about now, so that part. That's all I can say.
After she get drug, I mean, she had drug problems for real because she got drugged. To the highest trailer, he slapped her down in the trailer again. I'm like, oh. And then she says, she tries to go into, I was trying to help you, and I know our culture is different, but normally the wife greets guests and all of this, that, and the third. She spunked it now. She was spinning it. And he wasn't really responding well to that. It wasn't till he got to the point where he got so frustrated, he just unloaded everything. He told her everything. He left nothing untold. He told her everything that happened. Like anything she wanted to know, he told everything he knew, she knew at that point. And I think that became a very powerful point for Ruth because she got the keys to the kingdom now. You know what I'm saying? Like she literally knows the only person who knows more than her is probably Daikon at this point. He's the only one who knows more than her because she technically knows more than the highest because there's things that she knows that the highest has no knowledge of. So now she has more information than he has now.
Yeah, but Daikon doesn't know. He's unaware of the bank plan. So technically, Ruth does know more than Daikon.
But Daikon knows a lot of other stuff that's going on that she doesn't know. They both know things that the other doesn't know.
Yeah,
like Daikon knows things that she doesn't know. She knows things that Daikon knows. But both of them know everything the highest knows.
But listen, can we talk about Ruth when she retreated up against that wall and all that blood that was on the wall? Did y'all see that? When Ruth, after the highest hit Ruth inside the trailer, and she stood up against the wall, she like put her back up against the wall, kind of like a defense mechanism just to keep him from trying to come at her again. But when you look at the wall, it's a freaking stream of blood.
I didn't even pay attention to it. I got to go back and look at it. I didn't even pay attention. Was this during the part where she was like, here's the sword, you could cut my ear off?
Yeah.
Go ahead and cut it off. Yeah. I knew that was going to get him when she was like, go ahead and cut it off. I knew he wasn't going to cut it off because that's the typical mechanism. Here you go head and cut it off. You know what I'm saying? Right. Knowing that full well they go. You know what that reminded me of? We all been kids, right? You stay over, you stay past curfew and you come in the house late and you lie and say, oh, so-and-so mama dropped me off. You could call her right now. Knowing good and well they drop you off. You praying that your mama don't call. You know if you mention this person mama, your mama ain't gonna call because she trusts them. And so if you say, "Oh yeah, call Miss So and So," because she did drop us, or you know your mom ain't gonna call and go be like, "Go on in there and go to bed for her kid." You know what I'm saying? It was kind of the same thing. You know, if you tell them to do that, they ain't gonna really do it because they know. You know what I'm saying? So I kind of say,
It's called being submissive. You're
mm-hmm.
you want to do this. He wants to injure Ruth. Okay, I'm gonna give you what you want. Go ahead and injure me. You know what I mean? She just had to be submissive. If she were to try to come up here against him aggressively, then it could have again went bad for her.
Now when it went full circle was when Ruth, he got all of that information and immediately started to tell him how he can spin this, and immediately started to tell him, here's what you do about the FBI agents. Here's what you say about the old people buying the whole property. Here's what you say about Lilo and the cartel.
Mm-hmm.
If you know one FBI agent is sleeping with the other FBI agent wife, you can spin that and say one killed the other one. You can buy the land of the old people. We got enough money. You can say that with Lilo and the cartel that Lilo took the money and stuff. She was running down, and then she spun it. But I only know that because I'm in the room with you, and you're the highest, and I feel what you would do. I was like, Ruth,
Yeah,
girl, and
she's
then
gangster.
he was like, yeah, you're right. And then he gonna say, come lay with me. Hold your head against mine. And you tell me what I would do. I was like, you know what?
He just dumb as a bag of rocks. I'm sick of the highest. He
I
is
was
just
like, I'm not gonna even say he's dumb. I would say he's smart. And he must think she's stupid. You know what
he
I'm saying?
could because women aren't
He
supposed to know
might very
anything.
well be falling for the sauce thinking that she really believes that like
Right.
I don't put nothing past Tyrone. I don't put nothing past Tyrone. Listen, when the highest was in the torture trailer with Brian at the beginning of the episode, and he said, "Do you know my name?" Am I the only one who expected him to say, "Yeah, your name
I was
Tyrone,
hoping
bitch"?
he was saying Tyrone.
I wanted him to say Tyrone. I wanted him to say Tyrone, bitch. But he did. He did the high. I was like, punk ass bitch, Brian. I was on your side, Brian. Brian, until you ain't say Tyrone.
He had enough. No, he had enough.
I mean, you get two fingers cut off. These things happen. So um after that, we get to Elder Mother goes to go see Joan. And that's when they talked about first seeing Ruth get drugged to the trailer.
She
And
was
the
happy
Elder
about that.
Mother, listen, Elder Mother is living high on the hog, honey. She is loving it. She like, she was gloating. So then Elder Mother asked Joan if she misses Elder Mother Agnes. And she was like, yeah. And then so Joan tells Elder Mother, listen, I saw your list, but we can't afford all this. Ever since the situation with Lilo and everything, we ain't got the type of money no more. We can't afford all this. You can't get these good pregnancy tests. Either the pregnancy test or his meds. Which one? Decide. You either getting the pregnancy test or you gonna get his meds. Now, which one you want? You tell me. Because if you give him his meds, that bitch gonna kill all of us. So decide which one you want. Well, I need one. You have to give me one, baby. We can't give you nothing. What do you want from it? We can't
Look,
give you
she could go to the Dollar Tree and get a pregnancy test. It's not $1, it'll be $1.25, but she could go get a pregnancy test from the dollar store. Dollar
They don't
Tree.
got, they don't
I
got
think
Dollar
they sell.
Trees.
I don't think. Do they really sell pregnancy tests
They
for
used
like a dollar?
they
They
used to
do.
have them.
They
I
do.
don't know
They
if they
do.
still got them. They have them. They used to at least,
They got them.
For like a dollar?
a
They
dollar,
dollar.
$1.25
Dollar.
now.
Oh wow! A pregnancy test,
Yeah,
really?
they got
Yes,
them. They got
and
them.
drug tests, and drug tests.
What's up, Chris?
Hey,
Evening
Chris.
all. How's everyone?
Good, how
Good,
are you?
good.
But
Listen,
just to say, I love the exchange between Joan and Elder Supreme. I was waiting for it. Joan held her own in her own way.
she did.
She
She
didn't
did.
have to get nasty. She wasn't backing down. Elder Mother was like, "Yeah, you better do it. Don't you
And you
mind
better
that."
give me what?
Yeah.
It was like, okay, okay.
Told you,
So
Michelle.
I loved it.
And that growl at the end. I love that growl. I don't know why. Call me
Yeah,
weird.
you rarely see them cross paths, so it was just so obvious when Elder Supreme came over talking about how beautiful a day it was and reminiscing about the past. John is just like, okay, let's get to the meat and potatoes. You ain't getting
Yeah.
this. You ain't getting none of this money.
You trying to get these pregnancy tests. Decide what you want. You want pregnancy test for the meds. Decide.
So
That was crazy. I like that. I was here for Joan though. I was here for Joan and this thing.
I love Joan. I love her.
So but the elder mother says, "Well, you better get me one. It better be one when the boy come back from the stove. From the stove. You
Best
better
be in
have
the
at least
bag.
one." So but elder mother had her own plans. Anyway, River talks to Joan, right? Next thing we know, we see River, bad plan ass River, talking to Zayn, I should say, not Joan, Zayn. And Zayn tells him, Zayn comes clean, says, listen, Manny ain't shit. Because when she said Manny, he was like, oh, the cute one? I was like, see, that's why I tried to tell y'all. That bitch be liking what guys be doing to him. I ain't here for River at all. River gets off on everything that happens to him in the
But
highest.
wait,
Hmm.
He gets off on that shit. I'm trying to tell you what I know.
but I never denied that he, if he liked it or not,
He's looking for sympathy. He be real dramatic. He's looking for sympathy, trying to play on people's, heartstrings and shit. I ain't here for River. That bitch ain't shit.
Mm.
But Zane tells him everything. She tells him about how he made Melinda give him head, and stabbed her in the head. How he been raping her. And River said, "I got it. I'll handle it. I don't know how
no.
much you gonna handle." But
Initially, River gave horrible advice. He said, "Oh, you got to tell the highest," which is the worst idea you can ever give somebody.
Yeah.
That was his initial idea. Didn't he say? He said, "You
Yeah.
got to go to the highest."
go tell
You gotta
Elias.
and that would have just blew up in her face, and she knew that. She's like, "No, no, no, no."
Yeah, she knew.
Hmm.
River is bad decision, bad idea. River. He never has a good idea. I'd be like, bro,
even though even though that was a screwed up idea, I think he was telling her to tell the highest because the highest says not to touch the pure, and Zayn is
That's
supposed to
right.
be one of the pure,
That's right.
and so
They,
even though it was the worst advice, the second worst advice he can give in the episode, but his mom was just like, you got to tell the highest, but. That for me, I think that's why he said it. Like she's supposed to be one of the pure,
Mm.
and nobody's supposed to be touching the pure. So if you go and tell the highest that Manny is messing with you, but you can't go directly to the highest anyway. So
right, and they're gonna spin it. They're gonna say, "Oh, you tempt you
their
you
best,
tempted him
their
to
best
power."
bet is to tell Elder Mother Supreme. That's the best, their best bet because
I
Elder
agree.
Mother Supreme
I
can
agree.
take it to the highest in a way that
Yeah.
the highest will believe her
Yeah.
and do
right,
something. But if you go directly to the highest, because if he tells Elder Mother Supreme is gonna go in.
Yeah,
She is gonna go in
yep.
and shut that shit down.
yeah.
And then the highest will believe Elder Mother Supreme. But if they go directly to the highest, that shit
No
ain't going nowhere.
chance. He'll be taking out that sword.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Speaking of Elder Mother Supreme, Elder Mother Supreme, after River leaves, comes and sits down with Zayn and says, "Hey, boo, ain't you a little thief around here? Weren't you stealing shit before you came up in here?" "I don't know what you're talking about. I do not steal anything. I believe in the Raku." Bitch, you was stealing shit before you came in here. Don't try to act all pious and holier than thou now. Yes, I did. Well,
Mhm.
I need if I tell you to go down there and borrow something from this good store, you think you could do that to me? Hide it up underneath that thing, shove it up, whatever you need to shove it up, and bring it on back. To this good camp. Can you handle that for me? Yes, I can. All right, now run along. That's what she said. Run along again. Now, last time I checked, Zayden was there first before any of them got there. shucking the corn husk off the corn.
Yeah.
Was she not?
Yeah, she was.
Yeah, she was.
But now
I
y'all
remember.
just telling her to go away. Who's gonna finish shucking the husk right off the corn on the cob?
Looked like she was finished. That's all I can say. Looked like she had shucked all the corn she could shuck. Her nerves was bad. She just
It
got
was
telling everybody, telling
baby,
River her business, dealing with other mother
baby, when she
shenanigans.
told
She was
River
glad
it
to.
was listen, when she told River it was Manny and River was like the kid what the way she said, are you fucking kidding me right now? I just bust out laughing. He was like, who the kid was like, he got real excited, like, is she gonna bust me down too?
Wow.
River is the best. River is the whole best.
I don't know how to take River though. I don't know how seriously to take him, feel sorry for him, or I don't know. He's
I
shifty.
He's a
never feel
conman.
sorry for him.
He's shifty. I don't know what game he's playing. I reckon he'll put the knife in everyone's back, and
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I've not figured him out yet. If you get what I mean, I don't know. Do we feel sorry for him, or we know he's
Nope.
a snake, or I'm 50-50. I'm split with him.
There are
I'm
no
like
redeeming
I'm team
qualities about
Daikon, yeah, but with River, I'm like, I'm team Andrew. You know what I mean? But with River, it's like, I don't know. With
Yeah.
Zayn, you're just confused. You just don't know where you're at right now. But yeah, with River, I don't know.
I don't have any sympathy for River. If you getting dish ragged and mollywopped by the highest at night and getting hog tied and baby, I do not care. You get it how you live, River. I do not care.
Does he not enjoy it? Really deep down inside, does he not enjoy it? Do you think?
He getting his whole life. River is getting his whole life
Okay.
down there to the punishment trail. Oh, I'm sorry, not punishment trailer. The highest trailer.
Highest trailer.
Which is the punishment trailer for him.
Absolutely.
That's his
Oh
punishment
gosh.
trailer. Okay.
Oh, he's getting thrills from it. Okay, cool. I was like I said, I'll try to figure it out, but yeah, he's getting thrills from it.
That's his punishment trailer. Speaking of punishment trailers, we did navigate on to the punishment trailer. The trailer of I don't give a shit what y'all got going on in. Like I literally do not. Whenever they go over to Lacey and Oliver, I literally sit here like, why am I watching these two? Like, why? I have no type of I can't even think the word I'm looking for, but I have no need for them at this point.
Empathy, maybe.
I came to the conclusion why they did last week's scene, why they put last week's scene and then this week's scene together. It's showing a pattern of I'm being starved. It's like the emotions and the feelings that you go through when you're locked up somewhere. First it was I love you, Oliver. That was last episode.
Yeah, that's
and
right.
This episode,
I
why
hate
you didn't shoot him? You had a gun. Why didn't you
Yeah.
shoot him? Why didn't you kill the highest? Would you let him, cleanse you? But you know which words you. Would you let him do that? Oh, I'll let
Playing
him
on
do
his
whatever at
manliness.
that time because I was all in. Oh, so you let him fuck you? Oh, I didn't know what it meant. Okay, it was emotion. It was a roller coaster of emotion. She loved him that minute. Then she was pissed off at him the next minute. But I said, you can't be mad at him. You had a gun too. Why didn't you shoot him?
Yeah, that's
clearly,
exactly what I thought.
Oliver had no idea that being enlightened meant that he was gonna have to take the highest maker stick up his booty shoot. He didn't know no parts of that.
You're gonna have to take the baby maker.
And a lot of them don't know until it's time for it to actually happen.
He has no idea. And she over here mad.
But I think Oliver kind of knew because he saw the highest fucking somebody one time. So
he saw the highest raping William.
Okay, so he had an idea what was going on. Come on now, he's
that was how you get enlightened.
He knew it meant something. He was acting clueless. Like if he saw that, he should have been like,
the highest. He might have said, "Listen, the highest gay. He like dudes or he bi or whatever the highest is. He be raping people. Okay, that's his thing, not mine. But there's no way for him to have attached that to meaning. That's how somebody gets enlightened because nobody ever said that William was enlightened.
Right.
That was never a conversation
I just
that
can't
William had been
believe
like.
I can't believe that they're not having conversations, which you know that they do. Everybody's chit chatting and talking about this and that. I just can't believe that he was just a fly on the wall or just being mute, turning a blind eye to situation.
What straight man? Now, be realistic. What straight man wants to let another man or person know that another man has been in them? Like, if you, I'm just saying, it's like I
You
don't
got a
want to
point.
define it, but what? Look at Andrew. Andrew denied that he had been
And we know
enlightened
really
by
well
experienced by the
that the
highest for a
highest
long
had,
time.
and we know the highest had put that maker stick right up his booty shoot.
Right. But did
He
he
know
want
this.
to admit it? And
He
he
did admit it.
only admitted it because he had to, but he
Yeah.
really didn't want to admit it. He wasn't
Under
walking around,
duress.
oh yeah, the highest that gave me to make the stick. No, he wasn't walking around proud about that. So
How does Manny know and Oliver don't? Because when Manny was offered, yeah, I'm going to cleanse you, I'm going to enlighten you, he knew straight away.
I don't know if Manny actually knows what
Right,
enlightenment.
because when he told Manny, I'm gonna cleanse you, Manny was here for it. Manny said, I'll do whatever you want me to do. Want me
There
to
you
do.
go. So
But
how he know and Oliver
I
don't?
don't think he knows what it means because
You
and
sure?
I don't think. I mean, but he could and he couldn't. But when Dale was at the grocery store and Dale was trying to holler, like maybe I can take you out to dinner sometime, or we can go out for a drink or sometime. And then he told him, "I'm not gay." He told him that.
Yeah, he did.
He
Yeah, he
told him
did.
that.
He did.
So
But
I don't know.
it's that line, I'll do anything you want, you know, that openness that
Yeah.
I thought,
You gonna be
Well,
open, all
are you
right.
down with it? Are you
Gonna
down?
be
go to
open.
Renee and check on her man right quick.
You gonna be open. Your show gonna be open.
El Teddy, can we talk about the scene with Oliver where they're locked up and fucking Zayn passes the plate of food,
And
but she
so
can't reach.
Zane comes in. Zane comes, opens the little sheet, puts the little. She this made me mad. Now, y'all know I'm not gonna say every episode, but multiple episodes, Tyler would do some shit and I just throw shit at the TV like, really, Tyler? Like you just gonna play on my
Just
intelligence.
tries to
And the
annoy us.
whole end of this episode played on my intelligence. The shit was right there. You had Lacey that was able to reach over Oliver
That's right.
to try to get to it, and she couldn't reach it. Oliver didn't even try to stretch his arm, which was literally right there by the goddamn
The
plate to
legs,
try to get it.
something to get it.
Fucking Zane never even tried to put her hand back in there to even see if she could reach it.
Yeah, but how
She
did
just
it get
said,
there
"Watch
in the
it,
first
Lacey."
place? You put it in and you're like, guys, you go that way. You don't go that way. You go towards them, but it's, I don't know. That
She
confused me.
could
I'm
have
like,
stuck
what
her
is
hand
going
in
on
there and
here?
slid that plate over.
Yeah, she could have.
Could have, because there's no way. It's not like she took it and threw it, in there or something like that. Where it was thrown. You had to take your hand, even if you slid it. You know what I'm saying? You had to take your hand and slide it in there. Girl, you could have reached your hand in there. In the amount of time that you spent talking to them and telling them that you couldn't do it, you could have did it.
And
Like, I was like,
why would you leave the plate? No one's supposed to see evidence of food being given. So, and it's wrapped up. So take it out, just throw it. Put your arm
you could
in,
have put it
throw,
in a
and take the
napkin
plate back.
or
Yeah.
anything
It was wrapped
and
up in
take the plate
plastic.
out.
It was
Like,
wrapped up in plastic while it was in the plate.
So
like,
Watch
make
the
it
scene
make
again.
sense.
It's wrapped up in plastic. I don't
Make
get
it
it.
make sense. Make it make sense.
That annoyed me. I was like, that just was so dumb.
I was like, Tyler, you gonna stop playing with my intelligence right here. Like, I can't get with this.
Mm.
So then she goes and tries to leave. Who comes up conveniently? Manny, bitch ass. Here come Manny. Oh, you just don't learn. You about to,
You
so
come with
he
me.
takes her away. We know what's about to happen to her. Dear God above.
I
She
reckon
gave
she'll end up
Melinda.
pregnant.
She gave Melinda a knife. She should be carrying the knife herself.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Practice,
Mm-hmm.
practice what you
She
preach.
need
You're
to stay
telling the girl,
strapped.
take the knife, then you take the knife.
Yep.
Exactly.
Because my thing about it is, I'm just glad that Tyler didn't show us. I don't need to see any more rapings of Zayn. I don't need to see that no more. Please don't show us no more of Zayn get can't do it. Mm-mm. So then we get to the last scene, and this goddamn cooler that ain't plugged in nowhere, ain't nail extension cord, ain't no condensation on the inside.
It's solar powered.
It ain't no. Hey, listen, it ain't no condensation inside. Ain't no ice nowhere. Ain't nothing. But magically, you should hear that like this. Oh, I can't power if you don't stop fucking playing with me. Oh, it's so bad. But we got him to reveal the big reveal. The big reveal came out. He was all on this. You don't know who I am. I'm an FBI agent. They gonna come with tanks and shit. No, they're not coming with tanks. They're not using that amount of government funds to come rescue your bitch ass. The same bitch ass FBI agent that is should be on suspension and shit like that. They're not coming to save you, sir. They're not coming to say they are gonna play them a good J. Cole song and say, "Don't save her. She don't want to be saved." Because Malcolm, you don't want to be saved. Boom. What delusions are you going through, Malcolm, thinking that they're coming to save you? He ends up confessing Lynn is not an FBI agent. Brian is, and so is Andrew. He been playing you this whole time. Andrew is the spy. Baby, Daikon, I think, nutted on himself a little bit when he heard that. I swear Daikon nutted on himself when he heard that a little bit. I'm telling you what he did. Mm-hmm. Listen. How do y'all think this is going to play out?
The way he confessed, he was a bit delusional, so it can be passed off as he was delusional.
Nah.
Laughing too much.
That's all Daikon needs. That is all Daikon.
That's all he needed. That's all he needed. That's all he needed.
Now you might be right, Chris.
It was hysterical.
Listen, you might be right. You might be right in saying that that's how they gonna pass it off. But for Daikon, that's how Andrew gonna try to spin it. But for Daikon, that's all he needs.
That's all he needs. That's all he needs
to go on, and that was it. He needed the golden ticket, and there it was. Yeah, I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying.
Yeah, but when you hysterical, he mentioned those specific names.
Brian.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Brian, he didn't go
because listen, he didn't know. But see, my question is this. Brian, how did he know Brian was there? Nobody had told him Brian was there.
Daikon mentioned it. Daikon said, he said, is Brian? He said, is Brian? He said, is Lynn an agent? Is Brian an agent? And then he said, and and then that's when I was about to call him Anthony. That's when Malcolm was like, "You're dumb, you don't even know." And then finally he said, Andrew.
But see, it wouldn't make sense for even if they tried to spin it as he was delusional. He said everything Brian said. Brian, they already knew Brian
other than Andrew.
Brian had already said Lynn is not an agent, and that checked that box. So why would magically he not be telling the truth about Andrew?
Yeah. Because he's just confirming Brian's one.
He's confirming everything that Brian said.
Yeah. So Daikon, I'm with you guys now. Yeah.
And
so
Daikon purposely,
Andrew's the one.
I wrote down that Daikon purposely made sure Andrew was not there when he went to go get Malcolm. He had some other boy there, some new boy. We ain't never seen this one.
Hey, baby, that's Lewis. Played by Calvin Harry. That's Lewis.
Okay. I didn't even get his name.
Page.
Okay. I had to go look. I didn't know who he was. He didn't even have no line.
He's been in a couple of episodes. He was in the very first scene where you remember the soldiers that were beating Tally in the punishment trailer? It was him, Manny, and one other. I call the guy the GOAT guy because he always looking at that dang on GOAT. But it was those three.
I just noticed Manny starting last season. And somebody else pointed out to me, say, "Man, no, Manny been there since season one." And I was like, I had never seen or noticed Manny from
Yeah,
season one.
yeah.
Episode, I believe episode 5 or 6 he comes in.
He
If
was
I
in. He
remember
was in the
rightly.
episode beating the tally in
That
that
was
punishment
that was
trailer.
episode 3.
If yeah, first yeah, 3 could have been episode 3, but he
3
was
or 4.
there.
Oh, it's early.
He
I
was
thought it was 5
there.
or 6. He's earlier. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Tally
Joshua
was
played
getting
by
beat for a
Joshua
long time.
Adeyeye. I can't look at him the same no more though since.
Mm,
Listen, Tally got beat for a long time. She was getting beat
she
for a
did.
while. I was like, oh girl, they just beat you down over here, Tally.
Some
But
punching bag, man. It's
listen,
undisturbing a bit.
that was the whole episode. How do y'all think this is gonna play out now that Daikon has this information? How do you think this is really gonna play out?
I'm thinking Andrew's he's not going nowhere. I was thinking that maybe he's gonna run off somewhere, but he has no idea about the conversation that just took place. So obviously he's gonna deny it. I see him denying it. That's all I can foresee right now. I can't see anything else happening. I don't really know what's gonna happen other than him denying it and it getting real heated. Yeah.
I reckon Daikon's going to test him more. Because when you're undercover and the first thing the drug dealer wants to do is shoot someone. Let me see, because cops won't shoot no one. Let me pick up the gun and shoot someone. Let me test you. I reckon Daikon's going to do that. Let me test you now.
I think we passed testing. I think
You reckon?
that's all he needed. We passed testing. That's my opinion. If he would have, that would have been a good idea before he got this vital information. But now, Daikon's ready to strike. He ready for heads to roll. I think that's it.
Andrew's not killed anyone though. That's the thing. Andrew's not killed anyone. He'll probably ask him to kill someone. Let me put you to the real test now.
But,
there's Brian, torture him. Oh, there's Malcolm, kill him.
But he knows that he's FBI now. Daikon doesn't need no more proof. He doesn't need any more proof.
Listen, y'all. I think Andrew is currently walking that perimeter to figure out his escape route.
Yeah, that's right.
Let me go check the perimeter out of the blue. Let me go check the perimeter. He's planning his escape route. I think that him, my speculation, my prediction, y'all. I don't know nothing of this for a fact. I think him, Oliver.
That's what I was gonna say. He's gonna use Oliver
and your girl Lacey. I think they're gonna work together to get off the compound. I don't know exactly how, but I think they're gonna work together. And finally, I think that once the highest knows that Andrew is an FBI agent, he's gonna blame Daikon. Because Daikon should have known. Daikon brought him in to the compound. So,
but that's not fair to Daikon. I'm gonna say that's not fair to Daikon.
It's not.
And then that sword's gonna come out. And then he came out once before, and now it's gonna come out for real.
What?
The sword.
The sword.
Oh yeah.
Hold on. That's your boy. You're responsible for your boy.
Because even the highest admitted, Daikon has consistently been saying, I don't trust Andrew. And the reason that Andrew continues to stay is because of the hype.
That's right.
Because Daikon continues to say, I don't trust this motherfucker. This motherfucker got some shit going on. This shit don't pass the sniff test. Now I think, and I'm with you, Tika. I think Andrew is gonna end up teaming up with Oliver and them. Andrew know where all the guns and shit is. Andrew know where the keys to shit is. Andrew gonna find a way to get them out, and between the three of them, and then they still got Malcolm. Malcolm may not like Andrew, but for the sake of them getting out of this motherfucker alive, they would, do what they have to do. What? And then if they add Brian with the 8 fingers, I mean, it was on his left hand where they cut off the fingers. He still got his right hand. You gonna pull a trigger with the right hand?
He's holding his hand like this. Yeah, so it's right. Yeah, he was holding his hand like this a lot. Yeah.
So they cut off the left hand. So the right hand, you good.
I'm thinking I'm thinking when if Andrew meets up with Oliver, Oliver's going to do something stupid. I know how he's gonna be like, don't trust him. Why you here? You. He is sketchy. Andrew is sketchy, but Oliver's he's gonna shoot himself in the foot and he's not gonna want to trust Andrew.
But Andrew can simply tell him, "Bitch, you ain't got a whole lot of options."
But you
What
know how
choice and
Oliver
option?
is. Why don't talk to him? Don't talk to him. Why you
And
talking
Lacey,
to him?
but Lacey, but you still got Lacey, who's a loose ass cannon, and
She
Lacey gonna be like, "Listen, we ain't got a whole lot of options. We need to go ahead and listen
Yeah.
to Andrew."
She
Because you
gonna
know
be like,
Lacey's gonna go bunny on them.
You
She's gonna
gotta
go
think
bunny
about
on
it
them.
too. And you gotta think about it too. If Oliver wanted to reveal something about Andrew, he could have easily said,
Yeah.
I killed your wife for you. You didn't even kill your wife like they told you.
Mhm.
He could have
Yep.
so I feel like they may kind of team up some kind of way, whether it's by force or of you have no other option, or he's gonna once he reveals who he truly is, he's gonna ride along with Andrew.
Let me throw a spanner in the works, right? I think Andrew is too deep. I think he's in too deep. I think he actually wants to be in this thing.
I kind of feel like that at certain points too. Like at certain points, I feel like Andrew doesn't have anything outside. Like he just said, "Fuck his son." At this point, I don't even think he gives a shit about his son anymore. And I feel like he's in too deep. Like he's on the river, fuck them kids type situation, and he's in too deep. His wife had cheated on him with Malcolm. Now,
Is the wife officially dead? Because Oliver said he went to do it. But then Daikon mentioned there's evidence, you didn't have enough evidence.
We never saw Oliver actually do it.
But why would Oliver come back and lie and say he
might
got
have
rid
been
of her
too
body?
scared to do
Test
it.
him.
As
Even
much
though
as
Oliver is slow as on the what, he's never really lied about anything. So why would he come back and just lie about it?
Oliver did a lot of lying.
Yeah.
Well, it's some blood in the shower. Go check my video out.
So
the proof that Sarah is dead. She dead. Since having recorded since season 1 or whatever, 1 or 2 or whatever, since Sarah
we ain't seen Sarah since the middle of season 2. We ain't seen Matt since the middle of season 2. And Matt is supposed to be in charge of this shit. Just a mess.
Yeah, it's gone.
But can I say shout out to Anthony Bless, because he absolutely killed the heck out of that crazy behind role that he played in the solar powered cooler. And when he got out, he was so delusional, demented, the drugs, the mental health. Malcolm got some issues, y'all. For real. I really feel like Malcolm, when Andrew put that gun to Malcolm's forehead that one time, and Malcolm was like, go ahead and shoot me. That let me know right then.
He's a loose cannon.
Yeah. He gone.
He's a loose cannon, man.
So anyway, shout out to Anthony Bless. You did your thing, bro.
He did. I like him. He doesn't hide who he is.
No.
As far as the character goes, I know what I'm getting. He's not wishy-washy.
You don't have to guess.
Yeah.
You don't have to guess. If he's coming at you, he's coming at you. That's it. You don't have to.
I ain't trying to be shit. I ain't trying to make you feel like I'm shit. I'm shit ass motherfucker.
And that's the best enemy to have. You know who they are. That's the best enemy. You know what to do.
Yep.
Yeah, and as with Andrew, he's just so on the fence. That's why he's so wishy-washy to me, because he's right now it's convenient, like you guys said, it's convenient for him to go with Oliver and get an escape route. But prior to that, he was down for being with the Raku. I think he wanted to be there. He wanted to be there. What I'm
going to say is this. What I hope doesn't happen, I don't want Daikon to immediately react to this. I want the slow burn. You know what I'm saying? I want Daikon to wheel Andrew in slowly.
To watch
because something like this, if you come right out, it's too obvious. We know you around there. Andrew knows you over there torturing Malcolm, and so he probably is suspecting that at a certain point Malcolm will get his ass up. So if you are Daikon, don't immediately go straight for the gusto. Slow work this shit. Don't even tell the highest. Because you
Control
know the
your
highest is a
emotions.
loose ass cannon
Yeah,
too.
control your
That
emotions. I hear that.
he ain't wrapped tightly either. You got to slowly peel the layers back on this. Get him to get his hands dirty. I'm kind of with you on that, Jeff. Chris. Get him to do something that gets his hands dirty.
Yeah, there's no comeback from.
You know what I'm saying? Get his
Mm.
hands dirty and then slow walk that. Slow walk it. Or even if you're gonna do more to Brian. You see what I'm saying? But I just don't want it. What we know is the season four. That we already know. We already know there's a season four. So that is not without in question.
So
Season
there's
four is
gonna no
already
quick end, right? There's no need to have a quick end. We can
Right.
we
prolong it
already
a bit.
know.
Yeah, slow. Yeah, I'm with you.
You know, we got a whole nother season to flush this out if we need. So I feel like it's gonna be a slow walk to it. I don't expect next episode we gonna have this big, you know,
Mm.
thing to do with the information that we got. I think Daikon gives me he's more calculated than that.
Yeah, and I think he's been doing it like we said before when they were torturing Brian and Brian was looking at Andrew, Daikon saw it. He didn't say anything, so he is kind of playing that slow,
Yeah.
long
Mm-hmm.
game, just watching. So he
Mm.
is doing that.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And it was more than once as well. It wasn't
Mhm.
one. It was more than once. He was looking at me. Like, He's
Mhm.
looking at you when he's asking for help. That's why I questioned him in the last episode. I was like, how comes he looking at you? So
Right.
yeah, I'm with that.
So
So,
listen. I think it's gonna be a slow, and I'm here for this episode. Ended so good for me. I was like, because you got that big reveal, and it was all like, ooh, it was one of those oh shit moments. And so now you like, okay, okay,
mhm.
let's see what you do with this. Now the writer in me, the writing teacher in me, wants to see how Tyler would do this. Now, me normally as a writer, if Tyler Perry was in my writing class, I would give him a D, which I hate. The worst grade for me is a D. An F is better than a D for me. Sometimes Tyler gets up to like a B minus. I give him a B minus sometimes. This episode I give him a solid C. A solid C. He ain't gonna get to no B when you had that whole situation in the punishment trailer with that goddamn plate and the cooler. You goddamn
He
cooler.
lost points. He
Don't
was on
wait.
a B. You're doing well.
Don't wait.
Yeah, that one
But
just took it down to the.
everything
Don't
that
wait.
happens leads to something else. Every
Right.
action has an opposite or equal reaction.
Yeah,
So something
Daikon's
You
gonna
know,
come
that
see the
is
plate.
going to lead to something else.
Daikon's gonna come see the plate and say, "So who's feeding you?" Because Manny didn't go in and get the plate, so he's got who's feeding you, and then he's gonna probably,
now
lead to
that
more
might end up
punishment.
being what saves Manny because Manny's gonna tell them that it's Zayn, and that's how Zayn. You know,
Um,
I don't know.
I have to believe there's a reason because they put, if you recall, when the food got there, they put a lot of emphasis on, you do know if someone sees the food there, they're gonna know that someone put it, and she's kind of like, oh yeah, I can't read. So I don't know what her plan, if she had a plan. There's a reason why she put it there like that. Did she want to be captured by Manny? Is she gonna kill him? I don't know. I just feel like there was, either she was dumb or there was a strategic plan there because they put so much emphasis on the food is there. They're gonna know somebody put it there. And she's like, oh, I can't reach it. I don't know.
Exactly.
Bad writing or was it strategic?
Right.
Maybe she does have a knife then.
I'm thinking that's because
Maybe,
she
yeah.
had to know that she would have been caught. She was there for so long just looking. Yeah, I see the food that I can't get, and you
I
know
don't
that
give Zayn that much credit. I do not give her that much credit.
I do. I love me some Zayn.
And I'm gonna say
She
that
knows her girl
because
died. She knows how her girl died. So
Mhm.
she's got that in her heart, like, I need to get revenge here. So how
Yes.
can I do it that makes me look dumb, but
Yeah.
puts me in the clutches of your nasty traveling ass? So I'm with you, Jeff. I'm with you.
Yeah, I just
I'm
feel
with
I
you.
want to believe. I want to
Yeah.
believe.
Because think of it, that's so dumb. You put the
Told you,
plate
something else
over
to it.
there
but
when
the thing
they're over
about it
there.
is if that's the case, the plate was never needed
Oh,
because Manny never sees the plate. She could have just gave them the
No,
food.
but she was there though.
Hovering.
She was
No,
there.
what I'm saying is she could have given them the food if she just wanted to be there a little longer. She could have had a whole conversation with them like she was.
Yeah.
Manny never sees the plate. Manny only sees her come from over there and
That's
says,
what
"Oh, bitch, come with me."
What I'm saying, that's all she really wanted. You know what I mean? Whether she needed to play it or not, who knows? I don't know. But
She did
In
hover
my
around there a bit too
mind,
long.
she don't even have to do that to get Manny to come. She could have just went over in Manny's area. Y'all know how Manny is. She come her ass over to his area. Come on, your ass over here. Let me get some of this good.
But El Teddy, we looking at it in hindsight because we can dissect it because we're watching it. If you were there in the world of Tyler Perry, you know she had a plan in her head and she thought it was a good plan, and that's that. Now I can dissect it. You can dissect it, but you know
She's very emotional.
If
She's
it were
very
me,
emotional.
if it were me, and I was coming up with a plan, that would have been it.
But you don't
That would
know.
not have been it.
In that state of mind, you don't know. You don't know how you
I
would
would have come up with a plan
She's
that
dumb, but she's not dumb. So
right, and that's what I'm saying. I would have
so
come up with a
she's
plan
got enough
that
in there.
directly involved Manny. If I would have killed Manny, I would have did like Melinda and come up with a plan that directly involved him. And what I would have did was went in his area. Oh, you want me to suck you off again? Oh, I've been practicing. Let me suck you off. I got this knife and bitch, whop, Lorena
He had
Bobbitt.
the gun there though, didn't he?
Lorena Bobbitt his ass.
I think she knew he was patrolling that area. I think she knew he was going to be in that area. I have to believe she played
Next episode because I don't think none of this.
I see it.
I think we're gonna
give
get
us some
Paula.
points.
I hope we get Paula next episode because we have no idea what's going on with Paula.
You know what? I didn't miss Paula.
Paula's the one that escapes, right?
Huh?
Yeah.
Paula's the one that escapes. The
Mhm.
one that got shot
who
in
got
the arm
the
that was
shotgun?
limping.
Paula say F that compound.
Yeah.
Well, she went one man army. I've saved myself. That's it. I'm not going back. So you think she's gone? That's it. All right, I'm gone. Forget you lot. You put yourself there. You get yourself there. That's cold. But that's possible.
Hopefully she considers her friends that are there. But if it were me,
she's going to the sheriff, so she's coming back.
She better not go to that sheriff. She should know not to go to the sheriff. She knows
she's gonna go to the sheriff.
She knows the sheriff.
She already know the sheriff is in on it. Remember?
I think
she knows the sheriff is in on it.
I think she's gonna break down. The sheriff is gonna see a broke down car on his way back from He's gonna see that car broke down from the compound. Like, hey, what's going on?
No, remember she took the old people truck.
Yeah.
Broke down. Where's she at then? I think she broke down somewhere, and the sheriff and her are gonna cross paths.
Old people truck. You know, old people keep gas in their car. She.
They
keep gas in that car.
Where do you predict she's at then? Where could she be?
She done drew to the next town over.
She could be looking for Tally. Because she don't know Tally's dead. So she could be there looking for Tally instead of, going 50 miles away. She's probably in the area still looking for Tally.
But Tally, well,
she don't know Tally's dead.
What if they ran into each other?
Huh?
What if they Tally and Paula ran into each other?
Tally dead.
Kind of
yeah, Paula don't know that.
She dead on the oval.
So Chris, you saying that Paula's circling? She didn't leave. She's circling the area looking for Tally.
Could be.
I mean, that could get a call.
Could be. Yeah, she's injured, but she might be like, "Whoa, hold on. How am I going to get out of there, Claire?"
A full tank of gas, even in a truck that's bad on gas, can at least get you 2 hours away. A full tank of gas.
Yeah,
that's enough to get her to Washington, D.C. From where they are. I have and them old people keep gas in their car. Listen, I'm telling you, old people
and supplies as well
in their car. She got enough gas to get to Washington, D.C. and get there.
I just don't think she's gone.
I think she's
Now,
gonna stop
listen,
putting
somebody in the
away.
comment section, look what they put in the comments. That makes sense because the
Blame
old
Lilo.
people are next door neighbors of the goddamn compound. And Lilo's car magically broke down damn near not even a mile away from the compound because that's your next door neighbor. How the fuck the car broke down? How was the Lilo driving his car back and forth?
That's another good thought.
TV magic. That's all I can say.
Because Lilo, we know we can deduce that Lilo lives in DC because Lilo is Lilo's
Governor.
dad is a senator and
Yeah.
Senator's son, yeah.
he's a senator's son and he's also a parole officer,
Probation officer.
probation officer. Yeah, so I don't know.
So
We
when is
got
his
all
people
this
gonna come
shit
look for
to
him?
do.
That's another thing. I'm thinking no one's gonna come look for this guy. This guy's been gone like for a while now. Like he's supposed to go there, get a girl, get some money, and come back. So no one's gonna go looking for him. Like daddy's not gonna think, hold on,
I
where's my
mean,
son?
he ain't
Like,
been to work in a while. He ain't been to work in a while.
He could be
Anyway,
that black sheep of the family where nobody really don't give a darn about,
don't care.
and you just because you trouble, we know you're trouble.
So it's
So the only people
expendable.
that would actually look for him would be cartel if he is really working with the cartel.
Right, because everybody else has to keep a distance from him. If you were like a politician or something, you can't be seen with him. Not in
Yeah.
the life
I
anyway.
mean, you could be
The
seen with him
dirty
enough
from
to
him.
go
Yeah.
to his little party that he's having, where he magically makes sure that you get, as much cooter as you need at
Getting
these,
your dose. Yeah.
Listen, that shit happened in real life. Well, we found out one of the House of Representative members have talked about how the Republican Party be having whole orgies and sex parties that they get invited to. That happened in real life.
Happens in a real family. That's how Prince Andrew's getting in trouble right now. All the orgies with his boy got caught. They're saying you're a royal family. Why are you with this guy? So yeah, it's true. In real life, it does happen.
Wow.
So anyway, that was the whole episode, y'all. We had a good time with this episode. Listen, we got next week now. I got to figure out next week.
Trying to
I'm
figure
gonna
it
be
out.
out of town next week. I'll get y'all. We'll figure out next week. I'm out of town next week, but we'll figure it out. I have my phone on me and stuff like that.
So are we going with that? Daikon's gonna stretch this out a bit. Is that what we're ending with?
I
Like
feel like
with
Daikon's
Daikon,
gonna stretch
he's gonna
this
drag
out.
it out.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Hmm.
he's definitely going. I think he's going to question Andrew right then and there just to see what he says. I feel like Daikon's going to be like, listen, I got your ass right now. What's up with, you know what I mean? I feel like he's going to question him about Malcolm because Malcolm's there right now. Malcolm's there. So,
Or prove to me that you're with me and let me you, and I won't tell the highest.
Oh, he definitely wants the business now.
he's not going to. I don't think he's thinking about that right now. No.
Twice he's
Daikon
asked him.
like him light skin.
He's
Daikon
not-
like him light skin.
I don't
It
think
makes
that
sense
guy.
now.
He's gonna agree
Daikon
that now.
likes them light skin. He liked the light brights.
But
And so that makes it, he fits the profile.
But El Teddy, in this situation now, I doubt Daikon's thinking about that right now. I have to believe that Daikon is, I don't think he's thinking about it right now. I don't think he's thinking about that right now.
Oh, prove yourself to me, brother Andrew.
By
You
spreading
avoided
the
it
legs.
before, but now I've got you. So what we gonna do? Am I going to the highest with his sword, or you gonna, prove that you're with the Raku? Let me cleanse you. Daikon's a bit. Remember, I'm Team Daikon, but he's a bit.
I'm Team Daikon too. I'm here for it, Daikon. I'm here
But
for
you
all
never
of
know.
it.
We could say, hey, I'll go to the highest, so you bend down. Which one? Pick one. The sword, my sword, or his sword? Which one do you prefer? One hurts more than the other. So
Listen, he's gonna keep
And
dragging
with
it
that,
along.
ladies and gentlemen, and with that, ladies and gentlemen, we about to get up out of here. Any last words? I'm gonna start with you, Chris. Oh God, why have I started with Chris?
well, wow. Well, I'm speechless now because I'm thinking.
You said a mouthful.
Nothing to say.
What sword do you want, bro? So yeah, so Brian's not losing any more fingers. I think we've seen the end of that torture. I think because Daikon now sees
Has
no
all the
reason to torture him anymore, and he's going to try to protect his woman now. And the highest as well. Okay, Brian's already. We know you're FBI. We've already taken 3 fingers. You're going to protect your wife. Fine.
Just 2.
I said 2. Oh yes, so they're not going to go to the 3rd. So Brian's not going to be tortured no more. I think Malcolm's going to get more. So Malcolm and Brian are going to swap places, I reckon. And then that's where Andrew gets tested.
Jeff.
Daikon ain't thinking about no Andrew. Okay. Daikon ain't thinking, not right now anyway.
Not now.
Not right
Okay.
now. What I'm I don't know why that's on my mind right now because you got it in my head, but he's not thinking about Andrew. Okay, I'm thinking Daikon is gonna press Andrew right then and there. The skillet is hot. Daikon is pissed. I got your ass right now. That's what I see happening right now. I think he's gonna go at Andrew with that information unless Andrew does like you guys said, teams up with Oliver and tries to escape. That may happen too.
That's option. That is an option.
Tika.
My final thought, a little bit more questioning of Malcolm, because the scene ended with them standing right outside the cooler. He may go back in the cooler. But like I said, more questioning of him, and then at some point, Daikon's gonna have to go and look for Andrew.
Mm-hmm. I feel I'm with you. I want to see Daikon press Malcolm a little more to get more information. Like, how do you know? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, prove it. Yeah.
Yeah, get more information out of him. You know what? I feel like the information about Daikon's wife, not Daikon, Andrew's wife, may come into play.
Because he was with his wife.
Come into play with all of this. So I don't want Daikon to let up yet. Continue to torture Malcolm, because we know Malcolm got it coming. Malcolm got a good torturer coming.
Oh yeah.
And then see what else you can get up out of him. Because Malcolm knows Andrew staged the death because he was there. Wasn't Malcolm there?
Yeah, he was there.
So he knows all of that is staged. So I would love to see Daikon continue to press Malcolm and get him to tell him all of that. Because now, when you find somebody's information now, it's not enough to go with just one thing. You got to lay it all out, and you got to have receipts, and you got to have all that stuff laid out. So I really want to see Daikon do that. Play the long game and not the short game, because he needs to, because the highest already is Team Andrew.
Right.
So in order for Daikon to really prove to Tyrone that in order for Anthony to prove to Tyrone that
boy's crooked,
that Andrew ain't shit, you're gonna need to come with all of you're gonna have to have the grocery list of stuff. So I really want him to get the information about Cynthia. I'm not Cynthia, Sarah.
Mm-hmm. And Malcolm said it's not going to be enough. In other words, he needs to have a whole truckload of bang, 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 5, 4, 6, different facts. Yeah, I'll move that.
So that's all I got for y'all. Listen, I have, as always, y'all know we have a good time over here. We have a good time with these rundowns. So Tika, I need you to send me my message in my inbox.
I got you.
And but after that, we'll be back for episode 9. Does anybody know when the mid-season break is coming? Because I think there are 22 episodes for season 3.
There are 22 total episodes. But like you say, that mid-season finale thing is the kicker. So a lot of people were speculating that the way that the episode ended, is it possible that they would put us on a mid-season break and then come back? but
Yeah,
I
that
was
would hurt.
hoping they would go all the way 11 episodes and then
Mhm.
give us a break and then come back. So at this
But would
point,
Tyler Perry have all three of them on mid-season? Because Oval and Sisters are on mid-season now. So would he have all three of them on mid-season? Would he want one of them
well,
rolling still?
Yeah, that would make sense. I do think that when do we know when the Oval comes back?
I know Sisters is October. I don't know about Oval.
Oh, Sister's not coming back till October. I don't watch Sisters, so I.
I
Oh,
think
you
it's
missing
October.
out. That's a good one, El Teddy.
yes,
It's a good one.
yes. Zatima is the group, the relationship goals.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
the
she's
spin-off.
good. They all have good plots. Like, in some shows you have somebody that's like, you don't want to hear from them, but they all have good situations going on. Yeah.
I've heard that if Sisters is better than Bruh. I tried to watch Bruh.
Bruh,
I
listen. No, let me tell you, I stomached the first few episodes of Bruh.
I made it through like 6 episodes of season 1. I just couldn't.
El Teddy,
And now,
the mother.
listen, Tika, do this. Tika earmuffs. Just do earmuffs. Tika. You don't want to hear what's about that. Tika, just
I'm okay. I worked at a prison before. I'm good.
listen. Tyler Perry, be who Tyler Perry is, has no clue and no knowledge of what the straight black man is and how to write to the straight black man. So that just proves to me why Bruh makes no sense and does not have anything
In
to do.
actuality, the plot of Bruh has gotten better. They explain why the character Mike is the way that he is. He has a drug problem.
Yeah.
So it's getting. I can say
I
in the
made it
beginning
to the
it wasn't
first
the
6
best,
episodes
but
of
it's
season
and
1.
the other mama, she was just a little too extra. But for the
Mike
most
is the
part,
one who owns the restaurant.
yes. No, Mike is the lawyer. Mike is the
Okay, the
lawyer.
lawyer, the short one.
He's dating the light skinned pretty girl.
Mhm.
But yeah, he it's deep. I mean, it's getting better. I can't say that it's like on my top 10 to watch,
Yeah.
but it's
Like
getting
I'm gonna
better.
say
It's
like this.
developing.
What season is it on now? Is it still in season 1 or is it
It should be 2 or
No,
3.
right? It's either 2 or 3. It's
on me?
on 2 or 3.
Okay. I've never
I
watched
just
it.
couldn't.
Sounds like I should.
Listen,
It's
I know a lot of black men that went and tried to watch Bruh, and they looked at it and they made it through like a couple episodes, and they were like, I can't. This shit is unwatchable.
it's watchable. It's just I had to get past the mother. She was so slapstick comedy. It's like she should have been on TBS or something. One of them TBS sitcoms that comedy. Which nothing wrong with those type of shows, but I couldn't get past her because she had so much antics that it was all put in. But once you get past her, they really do have some good storylines. It's just she was just a lot to bear. You know what I mean? Like she was trying to get her own spinoff or something. You know what
Oh
I mean?
wow.
I'm assuming.
Listen, the only character that I really liked was the one who was the doctor, the light skinned one.
To me, he was kind of what do I remember about him? The doctor. Why did you like him now?
He was the only one that was relatable.
If I recall, he dated somebody at work and then brushed the girl off, and she kind of went crazy. So
that shit happens all the time. That shit happens all the time.
But they can't have his personality be the structured Karen one when he does something like that. It kind of threw me off. His personality kind of
structured ones that do shit like that on the background. That's why it's relatable.
I get you, but I don't know where to peg him. I don't know how to.
I am the structured, well put together friend, but I'm also a whole ass whore. So it makes sense.
I get you. I just didn't know how to peg him because I was just like, okay, so who is he? What's going on? I don't know. It's weird.
Tom is supposed to be that rational friend that everybody literally goes to. But Tom they basically displayed Tom has issues too. Tom dated somebody at work and it went bad, you know.
Mhm.
And there's another turn on it where they introduce a transgender character, and
They did.
it's a yeah. You got that's why I say you got to keep watching. The very last,
Well,
it's like there's a police officer on there, and she is transgender.
see, I
So
thought I was caught up because I thought they just wasn't making episodes because those episodes don't
Even
crank
them
out like
on season 2, I want to say they made it all the way through season 2.
that. But is it me or they're not making a lot of episodes, right? Because or did I just stop watching? I don't know. Because I
You
thought I was
stop
caught up.
watching.
I'm doing
You
that.
stop watching.
They either have they have like was it 12, 10, 9 or 10 episodes or something like that. But
I think it was like 10 or 11 episodes of season 1 because I remember I stopped around in the middle. I remember watching episode 6, and I think that was like the middle of the season. And I know they had a whole season 2, if I'm not mistaken, a whole season 2.
yeah, like I say, y'all want to see something different. Tyler Perry, y'all know it's about men, but he's introducing a lot of stuff, you know, in the black lifestyle. It's not just Laverne Cox anymore. There's other transgender people out there, and that's basically what Tyler Perry just did. So
Sounds
take
like I'm
some
gonna have to
time
watch
out,
at least
check
3
it out. You might
episodes to see what it's
I'll
about.
take your word for it. Anyway, we about to get up off here, y'all. We done got a whole
we'd have been
we
all
don't
on
went
title.
on the tangent. Until next time, thank y'all so much. As I always say to my people, I love y'all. I love on y'all. Thank you all for being vocal president active. Thank you for doing what you do. Thank you for any and all contributions that you make to the channel. They're much obliged and much appreciated. We are gonna be here for y'all for episode 9 and do what we do and make it real. That's all I got for y'all. Until next time, thank y'all for coming. Y'all drive safely. We'll catch you next time.
They Ruth was